In nature, there are predators that do not need venom to bring down their prey. They are terrifyingly patient, capable of lying still for hours just to wait for a single moment. And when the opportunity arises, there will be no chance to escape. Hidden behind a muscular body is a constriction force strong enough to quickly halt the prey's circulation, a hunting tactic honed through millions of years of evolution. And just waiting for you to discover. African rock python. This python is carrying a developing clutch of eggs inside its body. The mass of these eggs makes its belly bulge, making its body heavy and significantly reducing its mobility. They also take up a lot of space inside the body cavity, making it impossible for the python to swallow overly large prey during this period. Although it has been fasting for 2 weeks, it can only search for a small meal that does not require much effort. In a gravid state, the python moves slower and reacts less flexibly than usual. This makes hunting during the day dangerous. Instead of taking the risk, they wait for the darkness to help conceal their bodies and reduce the risk of being detected. Rock pythons do not have very good eyesight, but they do not rely entirely on their eyes to hunt. Along their lips are heat-sensing pits containing many receptors sensitive to radiation from warm-blooded animals. These thermal signals are transmitted to the brain and help the python visualize the prey's position even in the dark. Thanks to this ability, a rabbit hiding among vegetable rows can still be detected, even if it makes almost no sound. When approaching prey, the rock python moves slowly and keeps its body close to the ground to avoid drawing attention. At the appropriate distance, they lunge their heads forward and use their inward curving teeth to firmly hook the prey. These teeth are not used for chewing, but serve the purpose of preventing the prey from struggling to escape before the body coils wrap around. Pythons usually swallow their prey head first, so that the legs and fur lie flat along the body, reducing the risk of getting stuck during the swallowing process. The African rock python can move through grasslands, dense forests, cliffs, tall trees, and even rivers. When climbing on sloped surfaces, they use the large scales on their bellies to firmly grip the rock, creating an anchor point to keep their bodies from sliding down. The tail is then pulled up near the anchor point and pushes the entire body forward. The process of gripping, pulling, and pushing is repeated continuously, allowing a heavy python to still overcome nearly vertical cliffs. Human farms attract mice poultry and many small animals, creating an abundant food source for them. However, this is also the most dangerous place because a python discovered near a livestock pen can quickly be killed by humans. Every time they enter a farm is a trade-off between the need to forage and the risk of losing their lives. They approach very slowly and then unleash a snap when the distance is short enough. The entire attack can take place in about 50 milliseconds faster than the time it takes a human to blink. Immediately after the bite, they wrap their bodies around the victim and apply pressure to the circulatory system. The python can sense the prey's movement and heartbeat through the constricting muscle coils. Only when the heartbeat stops do they know the prey has completely lost its ability to resist. After a large meal, the python must find a hiding place because the digestive process makes its body sluggish and reduces its self-defense capabilities. The African rock python can fast for a long time, but a large prey will help them store enough energy so they do not have to hunt again for many months. Rock pythons can smell through their nostrils, but their primary tool for identifying prey is their forked tongue. Each fork of the tongue collects chemical molecules from a different side and then brings them to the Jacobson's organ on the roof of the mouth. The brain compares the amount of scent received from both sides to determine which direction the prey is in and how far away it is. A young impala weighing about 20 kilograms is a suitable target. They provide more nutrition than a rabbit or poultry, and simultaneously do not force the python to enter human-populated areas. Swallowing a large prey also puts the python in a vulnerable state. The process of taking the entire impala into its body can last about 45 minutes, during which time the python is almost unable to flee or defend itself. After finishing swallowing, it must readjust its jaw position and find a safe place to begin digesting. Anaconda. The anaconda is one of the most terrifying predators in the swamps of South America. They do not need to dash quickly on the ground, nor do they need to chase prey for long periods. The true power of this giant reptile lies beneath the water surface and swamps, where its heavy body becomes much more agile and harder to detect. For the anaconda, the ideal hunting environment is not a wide-open space, but a place where the prey only sees the danger when it is standing too close. When hiding in the murky water, the anaconda only exposes its eyes and nostrils, while its giant body almost disappears underneath. The capybara is the world's largest rodent and often lives near rivers, lakes, or flooded areas. They are excellent swimmers, can dive into the water to hide from predators, and often rely on the herd to detect danger. But it is precisely this habit of living close to the water's edge that makes the capybara step into the anaconda's most dangerous hunting zone. Where the anaconda hunts, it does not need to be noisy or chaotic. It only needs to be dense enough, dark enough, and close enough so that the prey does not realize it is stepping into a living trap. Crocodiles are among the most ancient and terrifying predators still existing today. They do not need to move continuously to put pressure on their prey. They themselves are already living fortresses amidst the swamps. The crocodile's most terrifying weapon lies in its extremely strong jaws, with a bite force of up to 3,700 pounds per square inch, which is one of the strongest bite forces ever directly measured in living animals. The anaconda does not have that they only possess small teeth that help hold the prey and drag the prey into the esophagus significantly weaker compared to those bone-crushing jaws. They are not picky when hunting, as long as the target is close enough to be subdued. Even a large-sized capybara is neatly contained within its throat. But the anaconda does not choose such tough opponents. Its target will change direction toward the juvenile. When encountering a juvenile crocodile, they do not need to bite to inflict venom, but only need to tightly lock the prey's body with extremely strong constricting coils. Calculating the right timing is also an advantage that makes the hunt easier. Python versus python. A reticulated python is tightly wrapping around its small prey with muscular constricting coils, but the appearance of another individual has completely changed the situation. The python arriving later slithers forward, not because it wants the meal shared, but rather to steal the life of its very own kind. The prey robber presses its entire body down onto the opponent, creating a twisted, chaotic mass of keratinous scales. And the breath gradually fades. When hunger is prolonged amidst a food-scarce environment, pythons tend to track down and eat smaller individuals of the same species. To swallow an individual of the same species, the python's digestive system must process a massive volume of muscle and bone bearing the exact same structure as itself. Its heart must expand by about 40%, and its liver doubles in size to produce a sufficient amount of breakdown enzymes. Python versus rat. Under the hollow, rotting tree stump, a small rat is engrossed in rummaging for food. Its high concentration on the dry leaf litter makes it completely lose its awareness of its surroundings. With a lightning-fast bite, the cruel hunter darts out and then wraps its muscle mass tightly around the victim. When the rat is motionless, the hunter widens its terrifying jaws, starting to swallow the victim whole from the head. Nature is truly terrifying. What you have just witnessed is not only the strength of a predator, but also a testament to the astonishing patience and calculating ability of pythons.
Snake gathers sense. When the tongue is pulled in,
mientras esperan para emboscar.
finds relief.
In nature, just a single moment of successful approach can decide the entire outcome. And that is what has turned pythons into one of the most terrifying predators of the wild world.
And in contrast,
If you love authentic nature footage, please hit like subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring many more secrets of the wild world. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
despite the danger, she moves in.